Okay, so I want to do a video just showing you how to get Gatsby running. And it's fairly straightforward. All you got to do is you come to the Gatsby site here, you click Let's Get Started, and then it's going to want you to install the CLI, the command line tool, interface tool. So you just go in there and install that, and that's going to install it globally on your machine. All right, so now we have it installed and we can create a new site. So now I just do Gatsby new Gatsby site. So then I can call this whatever I want. So I can call this my Gatsby test. All right, so now that's going to go in and grab everything in Gatsby and pull it into this folder here. Okay, that was like 5 minutes it took to install. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening in the background, a lot of magic that's done for you. But at the end of the day, what's great is when you're developing, you just type Gatsby develop, and nothing's going to happen. And this is a common thing I forget because you got a CD into the site. And now that you're into the site, you do the same command that we did before, which is the Gatsby develop. And now it is going to run. And what Gatsby is a site, is a template generator. So there's some node code that is run and executed that creates the pages, the static pages. And Gatsby's using React, so a little combination of the two is going to give you your page. And then at the end of the day, it's going to set up a server for you. And in that server, you just drop it into the browser, and Gatsby is running. And what is neat is you can open up your editor, and I'll use VS Code, and that'll pop open. And so here, with the VS Code, what am I doing? I just want to go in and change the content. So one of the things about Gatsby is if you ever worked with React, there's a router, and you have to set up the router. In Gatsby, you just drop in your pages inside the pages folder, and you're off to the races. So right now we have the route that's the home page, and if I click here, it takes me to page 2. If I click on page 2, you'll notice that this is React. So if you don't know React, it's pretty easy to get started. So here inside this, I can change this to be something else, and then I can save it, and then it changes something else on the fly. So that's what I really like, is that you can develop really fast. And if I wanted to create another page, I can go here and create another page.js. And then what I can do is just grab the code that was used on one page, drop it in here for this page, and then what I'm going to change is this will be named, another page. And then down here, another page. And so we have another page that is, how do we get to that page? We might want to call it another page here. So we got another page. What I like here is if I went to another page, you'll see that it's there. Another cool feature is in development, if I just put in a bad URL, it's going to tell me all the pages that were generated when I ran that Gatsby develop. So I got another page, I got a home page, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rename this to be about.js. And get rid of that link and here, I'm going to get rid of that link, and I'm going to rename this to be About Page. Okay, so that is that page. I got the home page, and here I'm going to get rid of that link. And if I'm not using the link, I'll remove that. And so then I have this test Gatsby, and then in here, let's see how this works. Okay, so that's the home page, and so just kind of about and a home. They already have a 404. I'm going to delete this about page, or this page 2. Right, so I've got these 3 pages, and if I go to about, I see that that's there. But then if we wanted to add a nav bar, we could create a UL, and then I could use Emmet here and do an LI times 2, and then that would create that. And normally you would create an anchor tag, but anchor tags are not what you're going to use in Gatsby. You're going to use, like you would in React, when the link is internal, you're going to use the link tag, and we can use that because we used it here and we imported it. There is a link tag that comes with React that is using the React router DOM, but this is specific to Gatsby, but it's built on the React router. So if I just say this is going to link to the home page, and that would be home, and then here would be a link. Ooh, got to make sure I close off that link tag. And at the end of the day, it's going to be transformed into an anchor. So I go here, and this is going to link to the About page. So we've got the home, we got the About, and we've got this as a nav bar. So we could create a component out of this, but right now I've got in the About page, if I click here, it's not styled. What I could do is inside header, I could create a header.css file, and then in this CSS file I could say the links color, so I could say nav anchor tags are going to be a color of white. And then that is never going to be seen. Notice the semicolons are missing because Gatsby comes with prettier, which by default turns removes all semicolons. So I want to import that CSS file, so it's going to be named .css, and I pull that in, header.css, and look, I'm not using a nav tag, I'm just using a UL. So if I change the structure of my nav bar, actually put it inside a nav, and once I do that, I've got that there, and then maybe I want to take the text decoration off. Really simple example here. Text decoration, none. But really, what's awesome is the workflow. Is I'm changing things, I see them happen in real time, and now I've got the Gatsby site. Notice that the links are no longer links, they are anchor tags. So there's a React side, and there's a cool tool that you can download to see the React side. If I go to About, actually we'll see the React side of what's being created, and there is that. But if I also search for layout and open that up, I'll see everything that was in the layout. got the about page here, and that's pretty nice. But then there's the header, and that's what I should have been looking for up here because that's what we were coding in. And here's the header. And then if I open this up, we actually see Gatsby link is what it's called. We wrote link, but at the end of the day, it's going to get transformed into just an anchor tag. So, real simple example of creating a page, a couple pages, how it works, and linking them together in Gatsby.